Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Air Hauler 2 with me, Herd 37. So over here in Charleston, KCRW, and we've got a really short flight now, going over to Huntington, KHTS. It's our base. So we're going to have a short flight. Let's look over here. I couldn't find any weather. Over at Jaeger, there's nothing, and over at Tri-States there's nothing. So we'll use the tower to tell us where to take off, and we're going to come in here. We'll just come in straight on runway 30. That's usually where you take off and land. Very rarely do you ever land or take off in the other direction. So I figured that would be... Plus it's easier because it's just such a short flight coming straight in. Let's look. There is a chart for it for the ILS for runway 30. Approach course is 298 degrees. I think in the game it's actually like 20 or 297, but it's all right. It's 6,500 feet. In the game, sim, it's like 64 or something. Doesn't really matter. We don't need that much runway. The touchdown point in elevation is 828 feet. And we'll come in here to Kirk. You can actually see Kirk right over here. And onto Livre. Kirk will be at 3,200 feet. 298 degrees to Livre. 2,100 feet. Down onto the runway. Let's see a glide slope. Don't see it. Alright, well, it doesn't matter. Use the ILS 108.7, I do believe. And we've got ATIS 125.2. And I'm going to do a little something different. I think I talked about this last episode. To make it more realistic, I think we should, since we're going to take commodities, we need chemicals. So instead of, taking like 3 people and loading up like 300 pounds of chemicals, because really the plane can't do that. So I'm going to take just 1 passenger. That frees up about 300, a little over 300 pounds. We'll put, buy like 300 pounds, put that in there, just 1 passenger. Okay, leaving KCRW. It's not going to pay much either for this flight. And I wonder, since we're bringing it to our factory, I guess we won't really get paid for it, will we? Since it's our factory that it's going to be taken to. Wait. I think we might have to buy the chemicals first. $10. So let's buy like 300. There won't be much luggage either. Each person usually weighs, what, 167? Check something right here. Was it like 467 or something divided by 3? What's the average? 155. 155 times 2 is 310. I'm going to buy 330 pounds. Or 330 units. So it's only going to be $3,300. I'll go ahead and put that in. Alright, so now we can do the ad hoc flight. KCRW KHTS. You selected. Alright, to KHTS, that's what we wanted. Give me 8 minutes. Can't remember if I usually use 7 or 8. So no one even wants to go at 150. There, we'll do 120, and then we've just got our 1 person. So that's good. And we got 330 pounds. It's 45 miles. I don't know how we have so much fuel. It's like last flight we didn't use enough. By the way, I think the last one I was watching the landing, I think we just came in a little too fast. I think that's why it bounced. Alright, but I've got so much extra fuel, it's kind of crazy. Actually, it's 16.5. VFR, probably just go like 4,500 feet. I don't know if you all can hear the thunder and stuff, but I live not too far from the airport, and so it could be an interesting landing. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on over to the plane. Alright everybody, here we are at the plane. So what I did was, since we're taking cargo, I actually let the passengers in here just so we could have the weight. Was it 330 pounds? So 165, 165. I forgot to look at the baggage, so I just put 12 pounds. That's usually what it is per person, average. So that's why I still have the 2 passenger in there. I just adjusted our weight from 155 to 165, and our fuel is correct there. So they're getting loaded up. The plane was already starting, of course. The parking brake is on. We've already got our 1 person.
Regulations require us to point out the safety features of
All right.
the aircraft, and we will
Open
be
the
grateful
throttle
for
here
your
about a
protection
1/4 inch or
during
so.
this demonstration.
Make sure it's an auto cutoff. Prop area is clear. Master switch comes on. Flashing beacon goes on.
The emergency exit.
Auxiliary fuel pump, we're not, like I said, we're not priming it.
Your life
Let's
jacket
go ahead
is
and get her started up here.
Should it be required, you must remove the covers and place the jacket over your head as now demonstrated. Pass the tapes
Alright,
around
now I'm going to move this out to about
forward
40.
and tie in a double knot to one side. Only
Alright,
by
that's
sliding
good right
across,
there.
pull the red toggle to
Alright,
lock
oil
down.
pressure is in the green.
Anything else with
Navigation
inflation
lights,
factors
turn those on.
Your seatbelt
Alright, we'll
is
check
fastened
the
and adjusted as
electrical
demonstrated
system.
and unfastened
Master switch comes off.
Now please ensure
Taxi
that
and
your
landing
seatbelt
lights
is
come
fastened
on.
and tables closed, ready for takeoff.
Reduce this to
Thank you for your
idle.
attention.
We'll see the amperage drop down. Now it's at 0. Coming down. As we move the RPMs to 1500, you can see that go up. Alright, nothing in the annunciator panel. So I'm going to go ahead and move that down. And taxi and lane lights can go off. Pitot heat can come on. As avionics, let's turn everything on. Oh, avionics master switch. You gotta do that on before you turn everything else on. I saw the blank screens on. I was like, So that goes to the standby. Flaps are retracted. Alright, so we can holler over. I was gonna push us back first, actually, because they put us at a gate. We have to go through the IFR crap again.
Charleston, clearance delivery, Cessna, November 727, Fort Hotel, IFR.
Let's see what runway they give us.
Cessna, November 727, Fort Hotel, is cleared to
I'm gonna move this to GPS, by the way.
Fly runway
If I just set this to 4,500.
Departure frequency is 119.2, squawk 6277.
Yeah, don't move my squawk. I'm gonna turn you off. Just see if that prevents them. Probably not. Alright, read that back. Although all you gotta do is type it in.
727 Fort Hotel, cleared Huntington Airport as filed. Fly runway heading, climb and maintain 4,500. Departure on 119.2, squawk 6277. Cessna 7 Fort Hotel, read back correct. Contact ground on 121.8.
Alright, shoot over to ground. Request our taxi.
Ground, Cessna November 727 Fort Hotel with Zulu, ready to taxi IFR. Cessna November 727 Fort Hotel, taxi
23.
runway 2,
I don't know what the actual heading of that is.
Alpha 3 Alpha. Contact tower on 125.7 when ready.
I'll just put 230. Acknowledge the taxi clearance.
Short runway 23. Via taxiway
Parking brake is
Foxtrot
coming
Alpha
off.
3 Alpha.
Go ahead and push
Cessna
back.
7 Fort Hotel.
Actually, we need to turn on our progressive taxi. Cancel IFR.
Ground, Cessna 7 Fort Hotel. Would like to cancel IFR.
Oh, I guess there's only one way out, huh?
7 Fort Hotel. IFR flight plan is canceled. Taxi to runway, request VFR
Yeah,
departure.
that's the end of the runway, so we gotta like come on down here a little ways. That's not what I wanted.
Anchor airport information.
I don't know what I just hit.
1853 Zulu. Wind 200 at 4. Visibility greater
Oh,
than 20 miles.
hit over to Aces.
Sky condition 5,000.
Alright, stop the
Clouds
pushback.
at 14,200. Temperature
Get that off. So we'll have to listen to it. Taxi light coming on. I put that in standby. It did change it. 1200. What if you hit VFR? I wonder if that just automatically moves it over to 1200. I don't know. Never noticed that button before. Alright. Yeah, so that is the end of the runway, so we'll have to go down here a little ways. I guess I gotta take this taxiway right here. Seems like we should be able to taxi right beside the runway. Not sure where they're taking us. So we're just going around it like that, huh? Yeah, actually, had they reset us where we were, we would have been in the perfect spot. We would have been just going over to the runway and taking off. At that long taxi from the landing. We're going a little fast here. Go back on the throttle. Yeah, I was looking at that last landing, and I think we just came in too hot. Had to have had the flaps down because it bounced us up when we put them out. So I must have just retracted them. I didn't watch the actual thing. I was watching the replay, the instant replay. So I must have just retracted them as soon as we landed. I just didn't remember it. Like I say, over in Huntington, it's gotta be storming. Because like I say, it's not very far from my house. Over to the airport, and it is thundering and lightning and everything. We're supposed to be getting the rain. I thought about mowing the lawn here in a little bit, but I don't think I'm going to be getting to that if it's raining. Shame, I'm really disappointed. It's hot as hell. I was looking at the weather, it says heat index or whatever is 98 right now, so I really don't want to go out there anyway. Like 5 or 6 will cool down, but man, it's so hot. The humidity has just been outrageous. Here to the right a little more. So we'll go down a little further. We gotta stop right here and check. Make sure no one's coming. Alright, I'm gonna hop out here because I want to see how much further do we really need to go. Not a whole lot further. We'll probably take that taxiway right there. So there's nobody coming, so parking brake is off. Here we go. So last time that thing had an R right there. I'm not kind of. It's not there now. I don't know what that was about. At least I think it was an R. I'm gonna say not this taxiway, but the next. Daggone. There's thundering outside like crazy. I'm excited to get this flight over with, man. We'll be in Huntington. We haven't been to Huntington forever. We started the passenger stuff, but we've got our rating up pretty good. So I'm pretty happy. Now we can get on to back to cargo and make some money. Put this over at 108.7. This is the ILS for Huntington, runway 30. It's on GPS, so we're good. Bring this up. Clear the messages. little bit smaller here. God, this seems like the longest taxi. Did we miss our... We didn't miss it, did we? No. It just seems so far down. That's not that far down. Yeah, we parked like right over there. Or was it over here? Where was it? Yeah, we parked right there. So we could have just come right over. Tag on you. Yeah, I don't know why they took that option out for last position. We used to use that in air hauler all the time, and it was pretty good. I don't know why they stopped doing that. Alright, we'll pull right on over here. Do our run up before we ask for permission. We'll go ahead and move it over to tower. I'll just hold off on that. Basically going west. Alright, we'll just go ahead and stop right here. Parking brake coming on. Alright. Sounds like she's just gonna always give out. So, alright, don't care about the seats and the seatbelts and all that. Cabin doors, flight controls. Want to see them. Alright, rudder pedals, everything is good. I didn't put the control lock on last time when we landed. It's alright. Flight instruments, everything is set, everything is checked. Let's check our fuel. 8. Just as it should be. Fuel selector is in both. Full rich. And let me get rid of this. Yep. Up to 1800 RPM. It's pretty close. Left is okay. Right is okay. Bring that back down to about 1,000 or so. Alright, vacuum gauge is in the green. I was supposed to check that actually when I was at full throttle. Or 1800, I'm sorry. Ammeter was okay. Nothing in the enunciator panel. Strobe lights are on. Radios are all set. Landing lights are coming on. We are trimmed for takeoff. Flaps can go to 10 degrees. And I'm going to go ahead and ask them to depart to the
Charleston
west.
Tower, Cessna, November 7274 Hotel, ready for west departure at runway 23.
Let me check
Cessna,
outside.
November 7274 Hotel, cleared for takeoff, runway 23.
See anyone coming?
West approved.
Acknowledge
Cleared
that.
for takeoff, runway 23. Cessna 74 Hotel.
Alright, let's get on out of here. What do you say? Seems like a long taxi. It's be nice to get this bird in the air where she belongs. Oh, got her stopped accidentally. A little too much breakage. Alright, let's go ahead and get on out of here. I'm gonna get that off my screen. Make sure we keep that front wheel down. It likes to raise a little early. It's about 55 right there. Wow, we got a lot of wind blowing left. Wow. Try to steady her out here. Departure was on time. Alright. About 65 knots. I'm going to go ahead and retract the flaps to help us with our airspeed. Here's the river. Now I think I-64, since the vector information, yeah, there it goes, right down there. They've been having real problems with the hillside sliding down and stuff. Get my nose down a little more, so I don't like looking outside. Everything pretty much looks correct. There is there's a few big buildings over there. Off to our right, I think should be the main bridge. Well, that doesn't look... No. There are several little bridges out here anyway. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the big bridge where everyone from 64... bouncing around because I'm not paying attention. Or I'm trying to look at it around. I should probably use autopilot. If you want to take a look around. Switch right over to nav. You can climb at 700 feet a minute. I'm going to arm it for the 4500. We don't have far to go. Alright, now I can look around. Alright, so I'm trying to remember exactly where I am.
Cessna 7, Morton Hotel. You are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
I guess that's where everyone comes over from 64. And come down around. Oh, that doesn't look totally right. Looks like it should be further down. Actually, I think that's the big one from 64. Although it doesn't look right. Come down here. Split off to 64, you should go that way. And 79. It doesn't... I don't know if I'm backwards or what the hell is going on, but this doesn't look totally right. It's gotta be. That's where they made the new bridge. We come down 64 and across. Alright, and so I guess this way you go 64 out towards the turnpike, and I guess that way is 79. Sorry to bore you all with it, but it's interesting to me trying to figure that out. Because like I say, I've been to Charleston so many times, it's not far from us. Short flight, just 40 miles now. Runway 30, so pretty much should be straight in. Less than a half hour. We're already over 3,000 feet, so let me go ahead and start trimming her out. And since this is going to be a short flight, I'm going to go ahead and speed her up real quick. Just for a minute. I'll be right back. Alright, we're gonna slow it down here. 17 miles out. Let's go ahead and hit our approach here for runway 30. ILS. Vectors 80 and HVQ. I didn't see any of those. I'm gonna get vectors. Load that up. There's a lever. We actually were supposed to go to. Let's see. What it was at Kirk first. Just switch this over. The heading first. Activate the approach. There is Kirk right there. So let's go ahead and fly. Actually, we should just hit nav. If we're keeping a nav, it will fly us right over to Kirk. And we want to be down at 3,200 feet. Need to get rid of that U real quick. So kind of is going down on our own. 300 feet a minute. It was going down 200. Kind of odd. Also, Addons 125.2. Jaeger. 125.20. There we go. Greater than 20 miles. Guidance distance ceiling 3,300 broken. Temperature 3015.
Altimeter 3015. ILS runway 12.
Alright, so we're good. And it said, oh, see shit. See, they're saying runway 12. Oh, now it's got it over to Huntington, to Charleston. Alright, so a change of plans, runway 12. I think that's 108.9. No. 106.2. Let me check something. I hate. Please don't black screen. Please don't black screen. That's why I hate coming over here. Alright, so it's 109.9. 109.9. Let me see. Heading 118. Alright. And I'm not going to go over and check for the map because then I'm sure we're going to be screwed. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and we'll turn to the right here. At the runway heading. Just go right by it. 298. And so 109.9, switch to that. Here we go. So I don't know the procedures for it, for that runway, obviously. So we'll give Huntington a flyby. We're actually probably a little too close. Saw the flash there. We'll come out just a little bit. Don't want to get too close. Plus it makes that for a tight turn when we have to go around. Although right here it isn't so bad. You see it right there. And let's go ahead and switch this. I'm surprised though that they're saying runway 12 because like I say, you hardly ever take off or land there. It just happened to be on our shortest flight that they did that. The ILS for 12. So select vectors again. Go ahead and activate the approach. And there's the Lawrence County Airport. I think a lot of general aviation takes off over there. See a lot of people, that's where they go skydiving and everything too. US 52 on that side of the river and Interstate 64 on this side. You know what? Down at Lever, you would have been at 2100, so I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go down to 2100 because we don't need to go way out for that approach. There's no need for it. For a small plane. Come on, what are you doing? 2100, there we go. Is that Lavalette, maybe? Golf course? I don't know what the hell is golf. There's no golf course over there that I can think of. Alright, we're under 3,000, going full rich. There's Lawrence County Airport, right off US 52 in Ohio. And then Ashland Boyd County over there. We went there in FS Passengers. That's the closest airport to me. I remember when I was in school and college, there's a guy, he and his parents had a plane over there. I think they had a Cherokee, Piper Cherokee, and they kept over there in Ashland. So the runway elevation is 800 feet, I believe. 828 feet. Like I said, we don't need to go all the way out here. So let's make our turn. So I think there should be 208. Be perfect 90. What speed are we at? We're at normal speed. Alright, and we're pretty good elevation. We're right on the glide slope. It just kind of seems like we're going fast, but I guess that's just our airspeed. Oh, you know what? Someone was saying this the other day. Just in case it's too loud. It's been such a short flight. Look at the passenger satisfaction. I don't know if we're even getting it up to 100. 118. I didn't even think about the headphones until just then. So you all can tell me which you prefer. I kind of like the raw that engine sound, I gotta say. Wow, we went out too far. Unreal. How did I get out so far? Move this down to 800. Reset everything. We need to start ascending a little bit. Flaps. It's gonna balloon us so far up. It's ridiculous. See, we about stalled out right there. I was gonna say she doesn't seem to be turning, but there she is. She seemed a little late to me. We need to get down a little lower, catch up with the glide slope. Although I'll probably just do manual before we ever get down to the glide slope. Flaps out to 20. So I screw that turn up, or we'd already be, you know, everything would be good. I want to go ahead and get off the autopilot. It's just going to keep doing that, going back and forth. By the time we'll be on the ground before she ever gets to the point where she's lined up. So we'll just do it ourselves. Get rid of that. Trim this thing out myself a little more. Alright, we're at full flaps. Go back to power a little bit more. Man, she sounds so odd with those headphones on. Power just a little bit more.
Minimums.
Continue. Or landing. Heard both. Almost back on the glide slope, actually. Well, instruments say we're on the glide slope. Happy lights disagree. Happy lights win.
100. 50. 40. 30.
Felt like we were a little too nose down.
20. 10.
Ah, quite positive. Man, I did hold it a little too long. See, I overcompensated from last time. Idiot! We were doing so well, and that, like I say, I just tried to overcompensate. Oh, that's so aggravating. Why? All of a sudden, we're going backwards. Now we're really gonna have to do some cargo jobs, because I was quite positive. So we drilled that one. Oh, that's aggravating, I gotta say. Tried to overcompensate from our last landing. That mistake. I made it even worse. Alright, enough of the crap landings. Let's just go back to not thinking about it so much. I actually land a little better when I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm just trying to land good. You know, I try to do it a little too perfect, and that's what happens. And we were a little high, but there's no excuse for that. Like I say, tried to overcompensate and made it even worse. Don't know what one we should take. Take this one. Alright. She just goes around the other way. They've never used that building there before. The cool red and blue one. It's kind of weird that that's switched over now, and there seems to be more buildings here. Like I say, I put in let me just stop. Open it. LC North America. There's more buildings here and everything. It's kind of crazy. Parking brake is coming on. I already retracted the flaps for sure this time. Strobe and landing lights, you can come off. Did I click that off? Yes. Alright, parking brake coming back off. Parking area right there we can go to. Yeah, it's just aggravating that overcompensating really screwed me over right there. Let's go straight over to it. Yeah, overcompensating cost me. Alright, but it's time to make money anyway. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put the parking brake on. Taxi light can come off. Let's go ahead and turn off all the electronics. I never put that. Always gotta forget something. It all comes off. Avionics master switch off. Put the fuel. Put that all the way over. Master switch off. 85. So it really was worth the less. Let's see. Cargo and fuel unloading. We need to unload that. Will it take it straight to our factory? Yes, to the base storage. 5,000 free currently. Sweet. Okay, finished the flight monitoring. Took off at 7:04, landed at 7:38, 34 minutes. Took off with 93 pounds of fuel, landed with 74, speed 19. Max altitude 4,521 feet, max pitch negative 12.4, max roll 18.5, max speed 112.95, minimum G's 0.8, exceeded 0, max G's 1.59, exceeded 1, false stall, overspeed false, landing description positive, landing gear down true, oh, well. Land on asphalt, 0 damage for the runway, only 1% damage. It said positive, so I thought we really screwed it up. Only did 1, but as you can see, the landing vertical speed was too much. It really just overcompensated and screwed her up. Landing speed 41.59, landing pitch negative 8.3, landing roll negative 1.5, landing heading 124, landing wind speed 4, direction 206. Passenger satisfaction log, G-force 1.6, which is -1 to 96%. Well, then it gave us like 85. I don't think we ever were in the air long enough to get 100%. I think that's one of the problems right there with why the satisfaction was 85 or something. I think total. It says 96. I don't know. Okay, we'll finish that up. I guess we didn't damage the plane as much as I thought. Just 1%. That's not that bad. So I'm less mad about that. 10-7 because we have those commodities. That's fine. We're up to 31. Let's see. Rotation log. So 39.27 to 0.12. So it is 85% for that. Alright, so we're exactly 9 away. So hopefully we can do some good cargo jobs. Let's see, there's going to be all kinds of jobs here at Huntington. By the way, is there a mission here? There is. Haggis will pay $716 per pound to a maximum of 315 pounds. Haggis. Who the hell has haggis? By the way, KEMT. He's only 3,500. Not exactly what I was wanting. Plus, they don't have any commodities, because I'd like to take commodities over there. Oh, by the way, because I'll forget this if I don't do it now. Fleet. Here, 74 is fine. Fine on our hours. Don't have to do any check. Change configuration. Cargo. Oh, yeah, there we go. I would have probably forgotten it had we not flown a cargo job. Let's see, coming out from Huntington, KHTS. Well, I want to look at some shorter ones. 161, 135. That's only. Well, it pays pretty good too. Is that WVO1? I've never heard of Lee Massey Anstead. But they don't have any commodities. Because I would almost like to go somewhere where they have commodity. Although, where's that? WV59. Wow, you could just go a quick connection, and Matt pays $5,200. And you could go over to Charleston and bring back some stuff. Although they'll have put another job there. That's got two days. How about this one? 3 days. So that'll probably what we do. The thing is, they do, as soon as you get over there, they'll have another one created for it. But I would just fly back to Huntington. Hell, well, that pays too much to just go from here back to Huntington. Might as well do that. 5283, unless when we get there, if they create another one from WVO1. WVO1, make sure, all right, 1,665 feet. It's got 2 runways? Oh, this is just one actual. Try to look at that. 3 and 12. Oh, it has a 3 and 21. So I guess it even has ILS? That's 30 and that's gonna be Huntington, right? Yeah. Here we go. I was gonna say, I don't know that has ILS. Yeah, see, it's grass. It's only like 1,200 feet long. We haven't done those short landings in a while. I don't know if I want to do it now. That's going back to Huntington. He's 3,500. I almost kind of want to just fly out to Charleston and grab some stuff and bring it back. Although, maybe first we should bring in some money, since we haven't brought any in for a little while. That's the highest paying, although it's really heavy. It's not right to here. That pays a ton of money. That pays the most on the board, except that that's coming back to Huntington. Let's see what that one's all about. That starts out to here. Only pays 3,100. Might have to do that long one. Might have to do that one. Well, that's not the one. Is it this one? I've already lost it. There we go. 6,350. And we could swing up to Indianapolis. I bet that Indianapolis, I can't remember if we'd already checked that. Do they have commodities that we need? They sure do. They have chemicals. And that $6,000 would be nice because we got to buy those chemicals too. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's look at our items. Factories. Alright, so battery packs. Now let's see 2 times batteries. How's it battery packs 1 times electronics times 2 times batteries, but we don't need batteries? Plastics, chemicals, clothing, 1 textiles. Requires electronics, chemicals, and textiles. See, how do they do that? Is there already batteries here? And battery packs and batteries must be different from each other. I don't know, I'll probably try and figure some of this out, what we're going to do next another time. Alright, so that's going to be it for this episode, but I hope you all did enjoy it. I'll catch you guys on the next flight.